Dance is an art form that uses physical activities to convey music, to express content and ideas. There are many different types of dance in the world. Each type has its own aesthetics and symbolic values with a particular culture. According to the New England Journal of Medicine, dancing is not only an art of expressing yourself, but also a spiritual dish for all ages and a way to have a healthy body and relaxed soul. Today's Sharing Vietnam episode will tell you the story of a former world dance champion who has been pursuing the inspiring mission of this art form in Vietnam and other Asian countries.
Welcome to the show of Sharing Vietnam on VTC 10 NetViet channel. Today, we'd like to introduce you Mr. Luca Baricchi, a former world dance champion and the founder of Baricchi Dance Lab. Hello, Mr. Luca. Thank you for taking your time to join the show today.
Hello, and thank you very much for having me here, and pleasure to meet you all.
Firstly, can you share with us what brought you, a former world dance champion, to Vietnam and open a dance school?
I always loved Asia. I have spent a lot of my time in Asia during my career, and I find Vietnam a very interesting country. It's a growing country. The economy is opening, a lot of opportunities. I love the people of Vietnam. I love the energy of the people in Vietnam. So we thought, why not? Why not also expand our schools and bring a beautiful school also in Vietnam?
What motivated you to open your largest dance school in Vietnam?
We feel Vietnam is in a very strategic position. Yeah? We have a school in Hong Kong. We have a large school in Hong Kong also. We have 2 schools in Japan. But Vietnam feels in a very strategic position, and when we were doing some market research before opening the school and looking around the locations, we felt that here we can easily produce or create a very special environment for the dancers, and it's quite convenient for our Japanese students to come, for our Korean students, Chinese students, all the students around Asia that we have to come and join us here. And that's why we regularly also organize big conventions for dancers actually from all over the world to come here and to train and to develop before major competitions. And it seems to be a good location for everybody to reach. And everybody seems to be enjoying also coming to Vietnam.
Talking about your dance lab, we heard the term inspiring artistic beauty. What does it mean? Can you elaborate?
We actually have 2 projects developing. Yeah? One is the Baricchi Dance Lab. Another project is more about education, which is the Baricchi Institute of Movement and Art. Quite a long name. The 2 projects are working in synergy, but independently. So we have the institute that is very much about education. So this is where we are constantly training, studying, developing new dance techniques to help the dancers maximize their abilities. Yeah? So it's a very serious study that we are constantly doing. And this is actually really where my main attention is now, because I like very much studying, and I like studying movement and psychology and see how we can evolve the ability, therefore, of a dancer so that they can maximize their creativity. The Baricchi Dance Lab, on the other hand, is using the knowledge of the institute, but is also designed more also to have fun, so for people to come, and that's why we have 4 studios here, 4 large studios within the school, because we have all kinds of different dancers coming. We have the dancer that wants to become the next world champion, which therefore requires a very specific type of information and environment where to really focus and develop the skills. At the same time, we also have a lot of entertainment going on, for people that just love dancing purely for the fun of it, yeah, and for the pure enjoyment of it. So we try to cater for every kind of dance lover, you know, the dancer that wants to be professional, the dancer that wants to dance just for fun. We also have programs that we are developing for children, because of course dancing can be a great career. I mean, dancing for me was an amazing, still is an amazing career, yeah, and it's an international environment. So we also want to give opportunity to Vietnamese dancers, you know, like young dancers as well, to maybe possibly make it a career and maybe one day become the next world champion, you know, or the first world champion from Vietnam.
Luca Baricchi is a professional dancer who twice won the World-Class Professional Dance Championship in 1999 and 2001. He and his partner, Lorraine Baricchi, also won the International Standard Championship in London in 1999. With a passion for dance that never stops, Luca always aspires to spread the inspiration of this art form to other dancers. He chose to write his career journey as a dance instructor, nurturing and raising the dream of dancers at all levels at the Baricchi Dance Lab in Vietnam, Hong Kong, and Japan.
I chose Vietnam to expand my dancing career because I want to follow the Baricchi Institute of Movement and Art, especially because my idols are Luca and Daria Baricchi. This is a great opportunity for me to bring the Baricchi's knowledge to the Vietnamese community.
So I started to dance when I was 5 years old. Yeah, and I really love it from the first time that I saw my teacher and from the first time that I started to move my body actually. And I think this love gave me my mom, because she also a professional dancer.
I came to the Baricchi Dance Lab recently. I started my classes with Maxime, who is teaching Latin dance. I really enjoyed it. I came together with my partner and we had an amazing experience. He's really giving the energy in the class, is really involved with the students, and that's something that you really, really appreciate.
Back to the time when you just started, can you share with the audience where your passion for dancing began?
My teachers are dance instructors. So my parents are dance instructors and they were my teachers. So as a small child, originally actually I didn't want to dance. But then I went to see a performance of my parents' school, and there was a little girl that I liked, and at that time I was 9 years old. And there was this little girl that I liked, and I thought I would like to dance with her. Of course, we were children, yes? And so I asked my father, I said, if I can dance with this girl, I will start. So, of course, we were all at the beginning, you know, so we started, and then unfortunately, she actually stopped maybe 1 month or 2 months after that for school. But I had started, and then I kind of never stopped.
Yeah,
so,
love it.
yes, yeah, then I fell in love with it.
So it's obviously something that not everyone can feel or understand. So how could you bring this inspiration to your students?
I think dancing is, if you love music, and I think most people love music, depending, people love music, depending which kind of music, but any kind of music motivates movement. Yeah? So dancing is nothing more than a visual expression of a sound. So no matter what kind of music you like, I believe that the ability to express that sound, or express the emotion that that sound brings to each one of us, it's a great inspiration for a dancer. Yeah. So the expression, and then creativity, expression.
So up to now, what are the things that make you most proud on your journey pursuing the art of dance?
Possibly the one that makes me most proud, or maybe proud is not the correct word, maybe makes me, that fulfills me, that gives me fulfillment, is the big study that we're doing now, which we define as the Baricchi's method, which is a personalized study of each individual that dances, and to understand their personality, understand their perception of body, of space, of time, understand their psychology, and therefore develop a specific development plan for, tailor-made individually for each specific dancer. This, I feel, is what fulfills me the most, because when I was a young dancer, dance information was very standardized. It was the same for everybody, and there were certain rules that had to be followed. And then this created kind of a split between dancers that were talented and therefore could move in a certain way, and dancers that were maybe not talented because they couldn't do that. This Baricchi's method that I have developed and I'm continuing studying and developing further takes away the talented, non-talented situation where everybody becomes talented, because it's down to the teacher to understand how to teach each individual student and how the individual student perceives their way of movement. Yeah? And that for me is very fulfilling, because it empowers the dancer, and it doesn't matter at which level, but empowers the dancer to truly express himself or herself, in a much faster way. So that is possibly what gives me the greatest fulfillment now,
If you had to share something inspirational to the community of young people who have been pursuing dancing, what would that be?
I think don't be afraid to create. Don't be afraid to be an artist. Don't be afraid to express yourself and to be unique. I think dancing is a great way to do so. To express yourself, to express what you have inside you. It's a language. And as I mentioned earlier, it's an international language. It doesn't matter, we don't have to be able to communicate with words, but we can communicate with bodies. And the interaction, one of the things that fascinated me about dancing, especially couple dancing, is that sense of interaction that you can have with another human being. And I think that's something that possibly no other art form can share, yes, because normally it's an individual expression, where in our case it can be, yes, an individual expression, but it's also an expression that you are sharing with another human being. So the words I would say, don't get too busy just with the technical part of the dancing, but don't forget to express yourself and to be unique, because this I feel is
It's not easy to be unique, right? So it takes time to figure out yourself.
To find themselves, yes, it is true. But that should be the journey, right? Of really truly understanding yourself, self-awareness.
Thank you for sharing an amazing story of your journey. Pursuing the art of dance is really inspiring for the young generations who love dancing. I wish you a great success with your vision and mission.
So thank you very much for having me here today, and for allowing me to share my story with you. And thank you very much to the audience for listening, for sharing, and for the love of dance. And we look forward to welcome you all to our school.
Thank you for watching. See you next time on the shows of Sharing Vietnam on VTC 10 NetVid channel. And goodbye.